It's been a little over a year since I moved from a big, bustling city to a small, sleepy town here in rural Portugal. And since I've been here for a little over a year now, I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I didn't prepare for when I moved to the country. It's a short list of the cons of living in the Portuguese countryside, and some of them are a little bit more serious, and some of them you really have to take with a grain of salt. Before we dive in, though, I want to say thank you to Heatit for sending me this product. As you can see, it's very small, but believe me, it's really effective and I'm happy to have it. So, rural life in Portugal and its perks. Living in the Portuguese countryside is really amazing. Nature is beautiful. I really enjoy the slow pace of life, and I love to work in my garden because it's super rewarding. But like I said, there are some downsides to it. First thing, everything grows. Let's start with one of the things I hate about living in the Portuguese countryside. One of the big reasons that I wanted a big piece of land was because I wanted to grow my own vegetables. Once I had a little balcony garden and I really loved growing the vegetables there. It was a really small place, but it was great to have. I loved watering my strawberries in the recycled planter, seeing the courgettes grow, harvesting a few eggplants, seeing the pepper seeds sprout and peeking through the soil. It was amazing to see how much we could get from such a small space. At the school that I taught at, I really enjoyed working with the students in the small school garden that we had there. We would just throw any kinds of seeds in the soil, like courgettes, tomatoes, eggplants, and after a while and lots of watering, they were just ready to harvest and we would eat them during our lunch, and that was amazing. It seemed so easy and I really enjoyed it, and I thought that growing vegetables on my land here would be the same, but it turned out it wasn't really the same. What grows best here on the farm are the weeds. I don't water them, I don't take care of them, I really try to get rid of them, but that all doesn't matter. Even a heat wave can't get rid of them. They just do so well here. A while ago we had a heat wave and some of my plants were really struggling, but not the weeds, because they were just doing amazing. They flowered and they went to seed, spreading across the fields. When I first built the garden beds that my veggies are growing in, I put a lot of cardboard on the ground to keep the weeds from coming in, but actually that didn't stop them either. They're still coming straight through the soil, so half of the time I'm watering my plants and half of the time I'm weeding my garden beds. Next thing I don't really like about living in the Portuguese countryside are the mosquitoes. You might be wondering why I put mosquitoes on the list, but let me tell you, they really love me and there are just so many of them. They are after me and they love me. I wasn't really bothered by them in the city, but here in the countryside, they really get me. And for some people, they might not be that bad of a nuisance and they might not get bothered by them so much. It doesn't matter what kind of precautions I take, the mosquitoes actually still bite me and get me. And it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that I got really big welts. The bites swell up, they itch a lot and it's really awful. I'd be scratching my arms and legs continuously. A while ago I had like a 5x5 welt on my leg, and on my hand here I had such a big bite that my whole knuckle was gone. I mean, it wasn't gone, you just couldn't see my knuckle anymore. It just got swollen so badly. But finally, I've got something that really works for me. This little gadget is called Heatit, and it is small, but it really works wonders. I've been using it for about a week now, and I'm very happy with it. And I can open it like this, and what you do, you plug this into your phone, and then automatically the Heatit app will open. And then I select who is using it, an adult or a child, and how intense I want it to be. And once it's charged, you place it on the mosquito bite. It heats the bite up to 51 degrees, and what it does, it stimulates blood circulation, which helps alleviating some of the swelling and the itchiness. It also helps to break down the proteins that the mosquito inserts into your bloodstream, and it slows down the nervous itch signals. I've been using it for about a week now, and it's really helping a lot. I'm very happy with it actually. As soon as I get a bite, I use the device on the bite and it disappears quickly, especially if I just got bitten and I apply the heat right away. If I notice a bite a little bit later, I might have to use it 2 or 3 times to really get rid of that itchy feeling, but even then it helps a lot. And since I've been using it, none of the bites have gotten this big anymore, which is really great because it just doesn't look pretty. So if you are anything like me, or you have family members or children who react really strongly to bug bites, then I really recommend Heatit. Check out the link in the description box below for more information about it. This point is a bit more serious. Portugal's summers are long, hot and dry, especially here in the inland, in the inner side of the country. And that brings a real risk of wildfires. We haven't had any real rain for the past couple of months, and the land here is really dry. And with temperatures that can get close to the 40s and sometimes a lot of wind, that is, unfortunately, a perfect recipe for wildfires. Last summer got pretty scary actually at one moment because there were fires nearby in the surrounding area and they kept coming closer. I live close to a river and little planes kept flying over the house, going to the river, picking up water from the river and dumping it on the fires in the area around us. The smoke of the fires got really close too, and it was really thick. It made it harder to breathe. And at one point it got so close that I even got an emergency bag packed in case we had to evacuate and go somewhere else. What makes it even scarier is the fact that there are not that many firefighters, and that once fires start, they almost have to make a choice to which fire to go and which fire to fight. Because once the fires get going and they spread quickly, it is really hard to get enough firefighters to the scene to fight these fires. Even though we keep our land clean and follow the rules, that fear is really here in summer. And yeah, it's part of reality here. And it is something I didn't fully understand and realize before moving to Portugal. I just mentioned the mosquitoes, and they do not only bite, they are also quite noisy. Especially at night when I'm trying to sleep and the mosquitoes keep zooming around my head. It makes it really hard to fall asleep. But mosquitoes are not the only animals that make a lot of noise here in the Portuguese countryside. I was looking forward to peaceful and quiet countryside with singing birds, bleating sheep, the wind going through the trees, and we have all of that, but there are a lot of other noises. Barking dogs, for example. And if you listen carefully, you can probably hear one going off right now, because I hear them all the time. And if one starts, they all join in. It's never one dog that you hear barking. And these dogs, they can get pretty loud. It is like one of them starts yapping away here, trying to tell his dog friend on the other side of town what's going on his side, and they go against each other and they go for minutes on end. They're pretty loud. Roosters also do a really good job of letting me know that they are around, just like the dogs do. And most of the roosters here in the town don't really care too much about waking up at dawn or letting me know that it is time to wake up, because they just grow whenever they want. Early morning, late morning, the afternoon, or even after sunset. There's always one rooster letting me know that he is awake. So yeah, it's not all that peaceful and quiet. The last point is a bit more serious again. It is about being isolated. Isolation is real, and it does take time to overcome that, because living in rural Portugal can be quite isolating and lonely. I used to work at a school where I had lots of co-workers, and now I work from home and don't meet too many people. Even when I go to the supermarket, I don't see as many people as I used to do. Supermarkets back in the city were always busy. here I can go to a supermarket at a certain time of day and there's just nobody in the supermarket. So yeah, I really don't see as many people as I used to, and that's quite different. It was very easy to go out and meet people previously, but now I really have to make an effort to go out and meet people. And it's really easy to stay inside my little bubble and become somewhat isolated. And it takes effort to go out and find people you have things in common with and you want to build friendship with. In the past year, I have met some people and I've built some connections with them, but not too many yet. So I'm hoping that in the coming year, I can meet more people and start to build some friendships. So here are 5 things that I don't like about living in the Portuguese countryside. Some of them are a bit more serious and some are a bit more cheeky and really have to be taken with a pinch of salt. They're not so serious. But overall, I really enjoy living in the country and I'm still pleased with the fact that we took this big leap a year ago. If you are looking for something that can stop the itchy mosquito bites, check out Heatit. You'll find the information in the description box below. And if you want to see more of my experiences with the wildfires last year, you can check out the video here. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like it, leave a comment, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.